Johnny. No two surprises here. Excellent characters. The Demon Blade of Ashra. The range, the armor, and mix-ups. Johnny Cage, it's plus frame pressure. Strike and throw.
One of the best at that.
And there's the armor. Always respecting, can cancel at any time, so she can make it a hard to punishable situation. We'll have to reversal with Shadow Kick, so she'll have to have that on the back of the mind. One of the few matches where she does. And I love the side switch from Procs there.
Yeah, that was sick.
Money shot.
Okay. I don't know if that's what he was looking for, but it worked.
Yeah, you did.
That's one way to chase down a lift.
Yeah, well, I think he was trying to chase something else, but it worked.
You think it was a mid Shadow Kick?
Yeah.
So we're back in here.
We will have to go to the game though, guys. We are on the players on the main feed.
We got Guy harassing, trying to get something going. Yes, so we're back in. Scorpionprocs is caught by a few offensive situations from Guy earlier in this round. That said, it's Scorpionprocs with the corner. Jade chooses not to return. Oh, man, you know, if that jump punch had been a little bit closer, or a little bit farther, either one would have been better.
You see, as time progresses, people are so much more comfortable with seeing that lift, being ready for it, getting those chase down punishes, but hold on a second.
Forcing Scorpionprocs off those bars, of course.
Just got caught in the recovery of that.
Oh, tricky!
Still waited for with an active frame. Young Scorpionprocs sends the glaive flying. Another one. He has one of his own.
Tries it.
Look for something to react
He
to.
walked. He was moving. 19 now on the clock. Plenty of time to get a couple hits. Not going to happen as Scorpionprocs takes it.
You saw Procs was way more comfortable with chasing him down after the lift, but when Ashra does it, there's that secondary mind game of she can cancel in the air, go back the other way. So that may be what's on his mind here. But when Johnny Cage does it, looked a little hesitant to maybe check out with a forward 2 or something ranged from Ashra. Oh, come on, are you
That
kidding
was
me?
beautiful work. Talk about at the right place at the right time with the right button.
Off the right, you know, cancellation of a dash.
I saw exactly where he needed to be. It's gorgeous stuff. Scorpionprocs in. He comes off the bar, but he's still stuck here. And right away, Scorpionprocs will find the end of the round.
It felt like there was no force on earth that would stop Procs from pressing a button in that match, and every single one of them seemed to work. That's aggression from the young man.
There it is. Yes, a little bit of a delay on it. Hot Scorpionprocs trying to duck. He wakes up with his own offense right away. Got a lot of meter, he does. Yep, spends it. Just insistent about moving. Look at this.
Trying anything and everything. He got out though. Trying to work his way in now. Red not working for him. It's a solid 130 here.
Oh,
swing and a
back
miss.
dash. Scorpionprocs gonna do it. Gonna be 2-0 for him now. And this begins to be an uncomfortable situation for Guiexceptional, who has already lost once, and that was 0-3 in games. For this to be not just 0-2 in sets, but -6 game differential would put himself in a really big hole.
Yeah.
Very difficult to dig out of it at that point. So it's, yes, primarily about him wanting to win this set. Secondary consideration is gotta get a game at least, a couple of games at least, to not be quite as much in a hole when it comes to the differential.
Because you never know. Maybe they'll come make no tiebreak later on, like we saw in the last one.
We've already seen the comebacks, yeah. It has happened already today, a couple times.
All it takes is one loss to really shake up the predictions and how these things unfold. We saw Mighty Unjust win from the crowd.
That was beautiful, using the fan lift at the end of that to get right on top of where Scorpionprocs was hoping to punish.
That's right, caught on the parry too. Of the low and of the stagger.
This is the kind of round that Guiexceptional needs. You know that he's capable of it. Obviously, he won the LCQ yesterday. Very talented player. Love to see him playing a little faster, a little bit more successful in this way.
And one button just cost him everything in that round. All the momentum taken away. I think it was a down one attempt. That's what the 4-3 of Johnny's all about. Crushing every poke that you can try to perceive on the screen, as long as you're right in your button. And oh, we got another instance of a pad disconnection. It looks like Guy looking down. We have to reconnect.
Yeah, it's Guy. I see him pressing the buttons and nothing's happening up on the Johnny. So unfortunately for him, that is a bad draw in the final round. It was as the round was beginning. We'll get what the ruling is as we're going to get folks out there on stage. But in any case, it's in a difficult situation for him right now. Even without this, this is already him being down 0-2 and also down in a round. Scorpionprocs' match point. Already a tough draw, having already lost previously. So being 0-2, maybe doesn't mean impossible to get into top 8 anymore, but very difficult because you have to hope that multiple other players also end up at 2-2.
At 2-2 and have lost their matches 0-3 at this point if you're Guiexceptional, because you don't want them in any case. One singular win will do it. You know, for instance, those 2 games that Zombat got on Kanimani could come into play in that exact scenario.
True, absolutely right. Yeah, no, we'll see. Unfortunate draw up there for him. They're trying to solve it. Looking at the pad. Yeah, Scorpionprocs, as we mentioned, was many people's favorites in this pool coming into it. The rest of it, up in the air. Scorpionprocs looks like he's making good on that prediction.
Is. Yeah, definitely one of the favorites, and has been since making his name back at CEO 2021.
Yeah.
Just showing up and winning.
Yeah, that was that CEO that wasn't in June. It was in December, I believe, of 2021, just as things were coming back to life. Something had happened the year before. I don't know if you remember. It was a weird year. Something had happened. And that was one of the first chances.
That was a weird couple of years.
As people, it's no longer, anyway, continuing. You know what the world is like. As we're back into this thing.
We are back now. We are back.
That was him announcing himself, he and his brother, to the world stage, and they've been on top ever since. And he's trying to get into the top 8 again here at Final Kombat. Now, Guy, that last round, although he lost it, the beginning of it was very strong. He did a lot of great things in that I felt like could have been the beginning of him making his own internal comeback. And we'll see if he can build on that here. He needs to.
It's going to be hard to build on a deficit in a corner situation when your opponent's going to be feeling himself after being right on a parry read. Procs is on the absolute hunt right now. Guiexceptional cannot find anything to drop, though. I'm always a believer, and he's got a poke special to start off.
You got to take risks at this point. Yeah, it's not the regular stuff is not cutting it. The stuff that tends to beat players is not beating Scorpionprocs. So I understand him bringing out a little bit of zaniness, trying to make something happen. Scorpionprocs, very safety-first approach at the end of that, and he ends up getting it 3-0, putting himself in a wonderful situation here in Group D. But for Guiexceptional, it's a tough spot.
He definitely had some moments there at the end. He had a 50-50 in a fatal